Welcome back to class, guys. Today we got an awesome Red Chevron level class. Let's get right into it, guys. Today we're going to be doing a warm-up on the spot without our bow. I've got my timer set off into the corner, and what we're going to do is we're going to be doing timed drills, okay? So I'm just going to step off camera real briefly, start us off. We're going to go 30 seconds, and every 30 seconds we're going to move into a new exercise, starting off with jogging. Everyone with me. Just want to get kind of warmed up and ready to go. We're going to take just little breaks in between each one. It's kind of like a little bit of a circuit, guys, okay? So we're just looking at getting our blood pumping, ready to go. Got about 13 seconds left. Just a nice, easy jog. Nice and steady. I really like to kind of get that blood going and get ready for a break. Resting, breathing. It's my timer. Next one. 30 seconds again. Ready, and high knees. Going with high knees, just resting. Nice and easy, I mean to say. Keep going, guys, we're doing great. If you need to take a break, guys, that's okay. All you're gonna wanna do is just hit pause and then come back to it, okay? Try and get in all the reps. If you're struggling with this, you can still slow down and drive your knees up. Got a few seconds left, and then we're gonna get a little breather. Resting. Next one, ready. And 30 seconds. We're gonna go butt kickers now. Just gonna go off to the side and begin. So I'm just driving those knees, or driving the heels up, just nice and easy. Warm up that lower body, guys. Keep going. Good, I really try and kick my heels up on this one. I like this one. It really feels like it warms up my hamstrings quite a bit. And resting. Next one. We're gonna go stride punches. I'm gonna get into a fighting stance and begin. Just back and forth, focusing on a nice, steady punch. So as you guys can see, I'm trying to twist my fist every time just so I can simulate that level of realism, okay? So I want to keep it so it's a nice, clean, technical martial arts punch. Good work, guys. And resting. Last one we're going to work on, guys. We're going to do some jumping jacks. Together with me, we're going to do them Korean style and begin. Nice and easy. If you have to modify, that's okay. Just modify accordingly. If you've got limited mobility in your arms or your legs. Keep going, guys. We got a couple seconds left. Resting. Good work, guys. Shake out those legs, grab a water, and let's get at it. Okay, guys, for our first part of class, we're gonna be working on blocking, okay? So together with me, we're just gonna start off in that ready stance, right dominant. First one we're gonna be working on is a low block, okay? So it's just a little bit of a refresher. I'm gonna push off that front leg, bring that bow across and down. I wanna keep my head up, never wanna dip my head, making myself susceptible to a strike, okay? So we're just gonna start off with a low block, really focusing on clean technique. I'm just gonna do it in multi-direction. You guys are gonna follow along with me. And 1, 2, I'm really making sure I push off that front foot. 3, 4, and 5. Switch directions. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch sides, switch directions, sorry. And 1, 2, really want to be 3, quick with that bow movement. I don't want to go real slow and drop it. We're at that red chevron level right now. It should feel fairly fluid for you. Let's do a couple more. 1 and 2. Rear view. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch hands. Okay, we're gonna go the other direction now. Making sure I'm still pushing off that front foot. The bow is gonna be coming and scooping down. Maybe it's blocking a kick, could be blocking an uppercut, could be blocking maybe an angle 5, 6, or 7 strike, okay? So we're left dominant. Together with me, guys. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's switch sides. Switch directions, rather. And 1, 2, 3. Feel free, guys, to just kind of move around. The key is on this one, we want to make sure that I'm pushing off that front leg to get back. I don't want to jump off both feet, come down and do that scoop. I should be just skimming on the floor. Good. Resting. Shake it out. Breathe. If you guys need to get a water, just hit pause, go grab your water, come back. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add on an intelligent counter, okay? So this is going to be up to you guys which one you pick. Okay, we're going to start in a right dominant. And is what we're looking for is just something that flows nicely. Now, if you're drawing a blank, just follow along with me. I've got one kind of prepared. So for myself, I'm going to be pushing back, so I'm simulating maybe that there's some sort of ascending strike, whether it be a kick or an elongated weapon. So I'm going to come down, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide in, and I'm going to do a horizontal thrust to the neck, okay? So that's going to get me in nice and close, because I'm assuming that whoever's coming in for that strike is already somewhat close. So I feel this is a really good realistic method that we can use for that. Okay, so the first few we'll kind of do a little bit more slowly. And 1, 2, I'm pushing off that back leg, if you guys notice. Push off the front, back. Now I'm going to be sliding into this strike, so I'm going to push off the back leg and have lots of power in that strike. Let's do it free. We're just going to be moving around, okay? We're going to do, let's do 15, unless I lose count, then we're going to do more. And 1, 2. It's good to mix it up, guys. Move around. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And switch. 10 per side, guys. Sensei's losing track of his counts. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure that horizontal thrust is really sharp and powerful. Let's do 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Shake it out. Fix your uniforms. Breathe. Clear off the sweat. Next one we're working into is going to be a high block. Okay. Now when I do my high blocks, my preference is to slide into that block and get it up nice and high. Okay. Now the reason for that is I'm stronger when I'm more underneath the bow. If I'm here, I'm still susceptible to some sort of an overhead strike, and I don't have as much strength here as I do up here, okay? So we really want to make sure we're getting underneath that bow and sliding in. Now, if someone was coming at me with a overhead front strike, My goal would be to block as close to the lead hand as possible. That's going to help mitigate some of the damage or some of the power that my opponent's going to be using. There's more force on the tip of the bow than there is towards the center. So, together with me, we're going to be going into a high block. We're just going to go randomly around and then I'll call for the switch. And 1. Of course, on this one, guys, I'm pushing off my back leg because I'm advancing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. Shake it out. 10 on the other side. I'm in left dominant now, guys. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Focus on getting that bow up nice and high. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. From there, we're going to add on a counter. Okay. So this is how the counter is going to look. I'm going to slide in to my strike. Okay. I'm going to pretend that I'm moving my opponent's bow. I'm parrying it off to the side. And I'm just going to follow up with a reverse thrust overhead front strike. Okay. So the reverse thrust is like I'm staggering them back. And then it's just a quick follow up. Could be anywhere to angle 1 that I'm striking. Okay. So together with me, we're going to do that high block followed by our own counter. So if you're drawing a blank, use mine. If you have your own, awesome. And 1. Let's redo that. 1, block, down, thrust, overhead front strike. And 2. If you guys notice on this one, I'm going in an off-balance stance, so I'm in a left dominant foot, right dominant hand. It's just a preference. You could still do this one coming up like this and just shift your footwork. Okay, for purposes of being fluent, I'm just switching up my stance on this one. And let's say we're on number 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Try and keep the movements as sharp and crisp as you can. 8, 9, and 10. Switch. Going left dominant now. Together with me. So I'm going to go left dominant with my right leg forward. You can, like I said, you can still slide off, and as you're parrying, switch your footwork at that time. I'm just doing it preemptively, just for flow purposes. Okay? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake it out. Breathe. Fix your uniform. Okay, we got one more block that we're going to be doing. It's going to be a shield block. Okay, so all I'm going to do for this one, I'm just going to be levering that bow, and all I'm going to do is grab it and come up. I'm going to do an angle 7 strike. Okay, so I'm simulating that someone's maybe coming in with some sort, maybe an angle 3 or 4 strike. Could be a kick, something along that line. Okay, so like I said, use your own combination if you want, your own counter. If you're drawing a blank, follow along with me. So we're just going to get in that neutral position, just with the bow in front. All I'm gonna do is practice, bring the bow across. I'm really using my hips, okay? I'm still keeping my eye on the opponent, okay? This back leg is just shifting off to the side, okay? We can, of course, do it this way too, okay? Let's switch sides. Let's go left dominant. Take that right foot and block. Just natural for me that I want to put that hand up just as another level of defense, I guess you could say. So my left foot's in front again. Good. Okay, we're gonna add in that counter now, guys, okay? So my counter that I picked is gonna be, I'm gonna do that block. I'm gonna bring the bow straight up. That's gonna be a groin shot, okay? So of course you can follow up with whatever you want. Could be 2, 3 combatives, whatever makes sense, whatever feels fluid, okay? I'm just gonna start off, we're just gonna do some random ones in general random direction. Together with me. Really make sure, guys, that you keep that wrist nice and straight when you're coming up if you're doing that groin shot on angle 7. You don't want your wrist to buckle when you make impact. So if you're using a bob, make sure that you're aware of that. I'm really using my hips, guys, as you can notice. Okay, I'm blocking, grab, and I use my hip to help lever that bow up, okay? Let's do a couple more on this side. Good. I'm sweating pretty good now, guys. Stay with me, don't just watch. Okay, so again, block, grab, angle 7. Left side might feel a little bit awkward. Truth be told, guys, I still have to think about that left-handed dominant because the right just feels so natural. The left, I really do try and make a point of practicing that side because the coordination is not as good as my right. Let's do a couple more. Last one. Good work, guys. Let's grab a quick water. For our next section of class, guys, we're going to be working with Bob. Okay, we're going to be working on combat thrusting, okay? So we're going to do a variety of strikes. We're going to first start off with using one-handed grips, okay? So our one-handed strikes, okay? The first one that we're going to work on is going to be out of a right dominant, and all I'm going to do is be here, and I'm just going to do a quick poke, okay? So the options would be you can either go for the neck, you could go for the torso, you could go groin, you could go face, okay? I'm going to be doing a variety of them. Now keep in mind, guys, this is like a high accuracy movement. So my disclaimer is I may occasionally graze, okay? Because this one is a little bit harder to do. I do feel, though, that it's really good to get that practice in, okay? So all we're going to be doing is just starting with that thrust, and I'm still using my hips as I move into that thrust. Just play around with it a little bit, see what you can get for range. If you don't have a bob, that's okay. You can just practice it statically and just kind of visualize your target, okay? So let's get started. We're gonna start with a regular grip, and it's gonna be a one-handed thrust, okay? Just gonna be moving just on your toes, kind of, and I'm gonna say strike, and when I say strike, you guys are gonna react, okay? So I'm gonna call out various targets, follow along with me. And body, body, groin, body, throat, face, body, throat, groin, body, body, throat, throat, body, body. Make sure you're twisting those hips, guys. Groin. Switch. Okay, so now I'm in a left dominant, so my right hand's going to be doing the controlling. This will feel a little bit better for me. I actually kind of surprised myself with my accuracy there. So following along with me, guys, and body. Body. Groin. Throat. Face. Body. groin, body. Really use those hips. And body. Throat, throat, face, groin, body, body. Go back a little bit further. Let's see what we can get for distance on this one. And body, body. As you can see, guys, I'm pretty far away from my target. I'd say it's probably close to 6 feet. Body, throat, groin, resting. I really like that one. It's so deceptive. Covers a lot of ground, okay? Next one we're gonna do is gonna be coming in on an overhand angle. This one is also a high accuracy one. We're gonna pick random targets. I do struggle with this one a little bit, guys, so again, I have my other disclaimer, okay? So we wanna really focus on getting as much accuracy as we can. Is just kind of exploring the movement, okay? So everyone will find that they have their own preference. I do like to practice all of them though, just to kind of get a good feel for them, okay? We're gonna start in right dominant, okay? And we're gonna start with body. Throat, throat, miss. Face, groin, body, throat, body, 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 groin. Groin's a little harder. Throat, face, missed. Switch. Going right dominant now. Same idea, guys. Body, throat, throat. Get them. There we go. Face, face, body, groin, body, body, face, face. Good. And resting. Those ones are a really good shoulder workout. Let's fix our uniforms, guys. Clear off the sweat. Should be sweating pretty good by now. Next one we're gonna work on is gonna be a two-handed thrust, okay? So this is gonna be combative. So I'm just gonna go in and it's gonna be the same drill, okay? I'm gonna call out the targets. We're just gonna mix it up. On this one, let's add in a little bit of footwork, okay? So we're just gonna be moving around. We just still wanna make sure that we're at an appropriate strike angle when we're coming in on Bob, okay? So, moving around, I'm just gonna call out the target. Out of right dominant to start, guys. And moving around, body. Retract that bow quickly, guys. Throat, face. If you guys notice, I'm pushing off that back leg as I lead into my strike. Groin. Throat, body, face, groin, body, groin, body, throat, face, body, body, groin, body, throat, switch, body, body, groin, body, groin, body, throat, face, throat, face. Retract the bow when we're doing the doubles also, guys. And body, body, throat, body, resting. Last one we're gonna work on is a reverse. Of course, on these one, guys, we can always mix it up. You could go from single-handed, double-handed, reverse, okay? We're just really focusing on a one-shot, clean technique power on this one, just to help build up accuracy with Bob. Okay, so we're gonna start in a reverse, in a right dominant. We're gonna move in, slide. Targets for this one, guys, for me, would be body, throat, face. Groin strike wouldn't make as much sense for me on this one because it's so low, and just the trajectory of the bow, I'd really have to change it quite a bit. You could do it, but to me, practically, it'd be something that's, about your shoulder height, okay? Together with me, we're gonna focus on nice, clean footwork. So I'm gonna slide in, thrust, and come back. You could follow it up with a reverse strike, and then follow it up with an angle 1 or an angle 2, okay? Kind of like that. That's what we're actually gonna do, guys, okay? So, first couple together slowly, slide in, reverse thrust, Angle 1, make sure you retract that bow back quickly. And 1. 2. Careful of the kickback on that bow, guys. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Pick different targets too. 8. 9. And 10. Switch. And 1. 2. 3. There's nothing more therapeutic, guys, than striking Bob with your bow, especially after a long day of work. I'm half kidding on that one. Let's do a couple more. One more, guys, for good measure. Good work, guys. I love working out with Bob. Hope you guys enjoyed that section. Hope you guys had a good sweat with me today. We're going to be finishing off with students versus Sensei Nathan. As many of you likely know by this time, I very much enjoy finishing out with some competition. So let me know if you guys can beat my high score. I love hearing if you guys can beat me. Okay, if you can't, there's always next time. Okay, so we're going to start this one off in just a standard, just neutral stance, and we're going to bring out your graphite bow or a lightweight bow, or use your regular hardwood or fibrous bow. Is what we're going to do is we're just going to do a butterfly behind the back, sorry, in front, and then around the back. Okay, so we're just going to be moving around like that. Okay, and each time I come around and do one pass, that would be 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the key on this one is flow, okay? So if you drop your bow, your score is going to be lower, okay? So I happen to have my Mario timer out. We're going to give 30 seconds on this one, okay? And we're just going to count up how many we've got. Leave a message in the comments. Send me a direct message. Let me know if you beat my high score. I always love hearing about this stuff. Okay, I'm going to get my timer ready to go. We've got 30 seconds. Ready, and go. $21 and a half. 21 and a half, guys. So let me know if you guys beat my high score on that one. I like that one a lot. I don't know if you guys could hear it on the mic, but I could hear the bow cutting through the air, which feels pretty satisfying. Okay, let's just cool down, just do some boxer stretches. Oh, I had a great workout today with you guys. Really am enjoying working and interacting with everybody. Feel free to message me anytime, guys. I always love hearing about it. I particularly like hearing when you guys can beat my high scores. It really makes me smile. Good work. Let's just do some knee rotations just to kind of cool down. I was sweating like a beast today in class, guys. I don't know if you noticed or not, but I do really sweat when I work out. Good job. Just some arm circles. A good shoulders workout today. And the other way. Just a real light workout. Sorry, light stretch today, guys, okay? Great class, everyone. Hope you had a great time. Let's bow out. Attention. Bow. Keep training hard, guys.